plans for the small town of Plattsmouth.
From renovating historic buildings to expanding new businesses, a lot of major development is underway.
6 News' Laura Samble has the highlights.
People who live and work in Plattsmouth take a lot of pride in the small town. Population roughly 6,500.
We love the historic downtown look and everything in the feel of Plattsmouth.
But they also welcome in the new with the old, like the renovation of the old high school building.
The heart of the city's in this building. It really is.
Built in the early 1900s, the building sat vacant for decades until a developer stepped in the nick of time.
Architects had told us we were within 6 months of losing the building, that would have to be torn down because it wouldn't be safe.
The building is now more than halfway done being transformed into 25 apartment units. Some will rent at market price, others will be for lower income renters.
The rate will vary, will escalate with your income on some of the units.
And right off Highway 75, an apartment complex is going up that will house nearly 200 units. Lambert says the units will likely house new workers for a manufacturing plant that's expanding on the west side of Highway 75.
They will have over 200 jobs opening up.
All this while Plattsmouth rebuilds its wastewater and water supply systems, which were both wiped out in the 2019 flood.
Doing quite a few things to make it better for all the citizens of Plattsmouth.
Reporting from Plattsmouth, Laura Samble, 6 News.